All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you guys will accept the record invitation, and I will share my screen with you guys in just a moment. Okay, let me get a couple of these things all the way ready. Pull up my Canva. Okay, perfect. All right, our group's a little small today, much smaller than yesterday, so I hope everybody got everything rebranded. If not, you still have time. I really want to see at least 5 of you get your Payhip stores or some kind of online payment system done so that you can make some back some of this investment into the products that you have purchased from me. We want to get these into the hands of your clients so that we can start to build trust and start to recoup some of those funds that we've invested into our businesses. So I will go ahead and share my screen. We're going to open up Canva first, and then we will get into Payhip. So the first thing we will need to do, oh, and you need a Dropbox account. I did forget to mention that. You'll need, Dropbox is free up to a certain storage amount, and it's a pretty good size storage amount, so you won't need to upgrade that for quite some time probably. You can also use Google Drive up to a certain storage amount as well. I don't use Google Drive, so I won't be sharing that with you today, but it is something that you can use. So just like with Payhip, you're not stuck with just using Payhip. There's lots of different online payment systems. My only disclaimer with any of this training over the last couple of days is that Stripe and Payhip do not allow credit repair companies. I know that sounds absolutely crazy that here we are, we're credit repair company owners, and we're talking about using their platform. It is possible. And when you apply for a Stripe account, if you say that you're like an education professional or a finance professional, something like that, that definitely helps. And when you're using Payhip and linking your website to it, you may want to have like a free landing page that leads them to like a Facebook business page that's not specifically related to your credit repair company. I went ahead and used my regular website, even though it has credit repair on there. I don't use the word credit a lot on my website. I think that's what's helped me. One of the ladies from our group, she shared with me this morning that her Stripe account was shut down, and they told her that she would only be able to process payments for 5 days, and then they're completely closing her account. When I took a look at her website, I found that all over her website it said credit, 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 credit. So I'm sure that was probably part of it. She's going to give PayPal a try. Again, PayPal does not accept credit repair companies, but we're going to try the free landing page option where it leads to like a education. Ashley says you have to let them know you're using it for products and not your credit repair. She said she did do that, and she's going to try to fight their decision or whatever, appeal it to get first. And if that doesn't work, then she's going to do the PayPal route. So just kind of be mindful that their terms and conditions, there's ways around them, but it's not a perfect plan. So if your Payhip store gets closed down, or if your Stripe account gets closed down, you'll just have to kind of use workarounds. Oh, Stripe reopened yours. She said Stripe reopened mine when I let them know that. So that's good. She's going to try to do the appeal first and then go from there. One store that I set up, the very first store that I ever set up for anyone, Payhip, got shut down. And then they gave her an opportunity to reopen it using different wording in her descriptions. So if you get shut down with Payhip, you can try to start a new account and connect your Stripe account again to it. So just like I said, it's just disclaimers, because I'm not telling you that Stripe allows this, because they don't. But again, there's ways around it. Like Ashley said, it's for products, not for credit repair specifically. So just figure out that workaround. And then from here, I'll show you how to set it all up. I've had mine open for several months. And then of course I use Stripe when you guys are purchasing your products from me, and have not run into any problems, which is, I feel really lucky. So, Shaquandra, you did not miss very much. I'm just now getting started. Talking about Stripe and Payhip, how they don't accept credit repair companies, and the workarounds to make sure that you don't get your accounts shut down. And if you do get your Stripe account shut down, usually the appeal process does work for you, as well as with Payhip, there are workarounds. So I'm going to discuss those today, as well as the showing you how I've been successful with mine. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And minimize our faces here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to credit from the ground up again, just so that we're kind of staying consistent with what we were doing yesterday. I didn't have anything to drink on our whole hour and a half yesterday. So today I am gonna stay hydrated. Okay, so with from the ground up, we've already gone through and we updated all of our links on that last resources page. We updated our colors. We updated the chapter pages or the title page if we wanted to. Everything yesterday, kind of just rebranded it to our company. Okay, so today, and now you can see that we got those links in there. Yesterday, I messed that up a little bit, went back and fixed it. So now we can save this as a PDF, which I did yesterday, but I'll go ahead and show you guys again, just in case you missed yesterday's event. You'll always choose the PDF print because it's the high quality for larger documents. Most of the products are only a few pages, but this one is 21. The give yourself credit is like 84 pages. So you'll want to choose the one that does it for the larger documents. Go ahead and hit download. It's going to put it into my downloads folder. And now what I recommend is making 2 copies of this document. So I'm going to just save that and go to File, make a copy. Go back to the original, File, make a copy. So now we have 2 more copies, and we're going to create our thank you page and our cover photo. Okay, so this original one, we don't need to mess with anymore. So I'm just going to X out of it so that it's not in our face and we don't accidentally mess up our original document. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and open up a web page with Payhip and Dropbox. I like to use the web when I'm, you can use the app as well. Sometimes I don't think that app is very good. So I'm going to do create a new folder for us to work in today. So I'm going to upload to Dropbox the preview or the document that I saved. So you'll change the title of it and everything like that. You should get a Dropbox. It says, I don't have Dropbox. Do I need it? You should get a Dropbox account or a Google Drive account, whichever one you want to use, because you're going to need to store your documents in somewhere so that you can link them into your PDF. So I recommend Dropbox because it's absolutely free up to a certain storage amount. I'm still on the free plan, and you can see how much I already have in here. And then each of these folders like has more in there. So like, I guess it's not going to show us all those things, but there's a lot of files that I'm already using. And I don't think I'm even close to reaching my storage limit yet. And then it's only $99 a year for like 1 terabyte worth of storage. So I think it's a really good value. And I love Dropbox. It's really easy, has an app. You can use it on the go. I think Google Drive does the same thing. You can use it on the go. I don't find it as user friendly, but maybe it's just because I have more experience in Dropbox. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Canva. Oops, that's my document. We're gonna go back to Canva and now we've got our copies. So I am just going to change the title of this and I'm gonna make it my, let's see. My thank you page. Okay. So I'm just gonna pick my favorite or pick a page from this. I'm gonna delete all the other pages. Don't forget, we already have our original document. So this is not gonna mess up the original document because this is a copy of it and not the original. So I'm deleting every page and now this is turning into my thank you page. And you can do this on any of my templates. There's usually one page where you can like customize it and put your thank you page on there. And then for the other one, we're gonna do credit from the ground up and mark it as our cover photo. And then for that, I'm just gonna delete all the pages except the cover because I want it to be the cover of my book as my cover photo in Payhip. And I'll show you what I mean as we go through these steps. So step 1, save your PDF of your original document that you rebranded yesterday. Step 2, make 2 copies of that original document and change them into a thank you page and a cover photo. If you guys are taking notes, that would be a good thing. Otherwise, you can always watch the replay. We are recording today. I didn't mess that up today. Okay, so on my thank you page, I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna change this because I don't want it to be the exact same thing as what is in the book. So I'm just gonna put, whoops. You can do whatever you'd like for this part. I'm just showing you what I would do for my book. Now, I don't know how much we want to change some of this because we still like we want them to know who you are. Thank you for your purchase. Build some trust. Tell them who you are, what you're about. They should already know by now, but or you can just make it a simple thank you. And I'm just gonna, wow, I cannot spell, like, I feel like, you know, I don't know if you guys ever know, but like, or have this experience, but when somebody's like watching you type, you end up messing up way more than when you're just typing normal. That's me. So we're gonna make that nice and big. All right, I'm going to choose an element that's like download, just like I do in my thank you letters to you guys. When you make a purchase of my template, you'll see a big download button, and that's where we're going to link that PDF. I don't know why my computer's being slow. I'm just going to keep going while that is deciding if it's going to participate. Oh no, are you guys still there? It's gonna end up recording in 2 videos. I must have lost internet connection briefly.
Yes, still here.
Okay, hallelujah. I can't, that's just how it goes, right? Okay, let's see, and it is still recording, so, okay, I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen. I am so sorry, y'all. I was wondering why it wasn't pulling that up. Okay. All right, so we're just making our download. There we go. This is my favorite one. And it's in the Pro, Canva Pro. So if you don't have Canva Pro, you can always filter by the free options, and there's plenty of download things here. I wouldn't use an animated one, so you can even like say static and choose one of these symbols for downloading. And it's, you know, serves its purpose. Oops, I did 2 of them. Just gonna stick it in here. Oops. And I'm just gonna fuss around, like you guys can make your thank you page look like whatever you want it to. I am just gonna do this really quick, and this little thing keeps getting in my way. Where am I gonna put y'all? Okay. I'm just gonna delete that actually. So we have this download button. Okay, I'm gonna put that backward. Remember we kind of talked about going backward and forward yesterday with the different elements. And we're gonna now link our, and try to make this nice and big so it's pretty obvious, and change the color, make sure it's to your brand. I like that dark blue, it's my favorite. And I try to keep the same font and everything that's in the book. Okay, so there's our cute little thank you page. It's functional, it's cute, not too fancy. It doesn't have to be perfect. I like to fuss with mine way too much, but we're gonna now link that Dropbox file into this button. Okay, so when you go back to Dropbox, copy link, oops, link copied. Okay, it allows for viewing. And link it just like we did yesterday, and then hit enter. Okay, so now we're going to download this as a PDF print as well. Okay, and upload it into our Dropbox. Maybe it didn't download fully yet. Oh, that was my fault. No, I don't. Let's see. Would have messed up my thank you note to y'all for purchasing. Give yourself credit. We don't want to do that. Okay. So let's go over to Dropbox. Renew our download folder. There it is. And we're going to upload that in there as well. Okay, so now we leave that alone. The next thing we do is go back over to Canva. We're done with this page, so you can X out of it if you'd like. And now we are on to our cover photo. So super easy, just a little bit time consuming. So we're going to do, what I do is I'm just going to go ahead and resize this to the 600 by 600 pixels, because this is what Payhip asks for, this size. I think they have a couple different sizes you can use, but this seems to be the best one for, in my opinion, for your Payhip store. I think it says it's like a maximum of 1200 pixels by 600 pixels or something. So this one works really well. I'm not going to hit copy. I'm just going to hit resize. Okay, and you can see now you've got this blank space. Those elements and just drag them to fill in the white space. And now you have your cover photo. So now you can download it as a PNG. And I go ahead and save it to Dropbox. You don't necessarily have to, but I like to just have everything in one place in case everything gets shut down. I don't have to dig through my downloads again. I can just go into my Dropbox and it's ready. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Payhip. You've done everything you're going to need to do in Canva. You're done there. So now you're going to, whenever you open up your Payhip store, you're going to personalize everything, get it all ready, and go ahead and start your digital product. You're going to add your digital product. The thing that you're uploading, you do have the option to just simply upload your regular PDF. You don't have to create a thank you document. For me though, because I oftentimes include letters with my ebooks, I like to go ahead and upload the thank you letter because I have the option to link both the letter file and the book file. So that's why I create the thank you page. You do not have to have the thank you page, but then you have to upload each individual product into your store. So that's totally fine. You can upload 6 documents in here for them to do. But for me, I just like it all on one page so that they download one document one time and then they can open up each file. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the thank you page. Like I said, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You don't have to do everything that I do. It's just my personal preference and how I've seen other people set up their stores. So now you've got your thank you note. It's going to direct them to download this document. Okay, so once it's in Dropbox, you cannot move it away from Dropbox. You cannot move it out of this folder because it'll corrupt the file. So make sure you already have whatever file you want it to be in so that you don't move it. You do not want to move the file ever. Otherwise, it'll corrupt those files. So just make sure you've got everything real organized and exactly how you want it before you start selling it. Okay, so right here you can upload another product file. So if you wanted to upload the letters that are included, not in this document, there's no letters included, but if you wanted to upload the letters, then they would have more than one thing to download. So it's totally personal preference. I like to put a little thank you note. I feel like it's like a little personalized little note. It's kind of friendly and kind instead of just getting these files plain. Okay, totally your choice. Because Payhip monitors these accounts, I'm not going to put the word credit. If you're advertising it, then people are going to know what they're purchasing. Okay, especially if you explain what it is, how it helps. You put a description into your landing page or your Facebook, wherever you're advertising it at, you say this is how to build credit from the ground up. Whenever they click on this and they see from the ground up, they're not going to think twice about you not including the word credit. Another thing is when you upload the product image, it'll have the word credit on the image. I feel like they don't really monitor the images as much as they monitor the wording. So that's just my tidbit that I've learned. So we're going to place a value on this. Today I'm going to put $50 and then I'm going to show you how to market it as half off so that they're buying it for $25. I'm going to upload the cover photo. And you can do this from Dropbox, wherever you saved it in Dropbox, or you can just do it from your downloads. It doesn't matter. And now you get this cute little picture of the book. You can create a book cover and see if, as long as it's not within that, the minimum is 1,000 pixels. I did the 600 by 600. So just kind of play around with it, see what book cover image looks best. This is going to be then the description. I always put on here instant download. And then there's a little bit of formatting you can do. Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay, so you notice here, I didn't put the word credit at all in the description. So you have to get a little bit creative with your wording, right? So, you know, just kind of be mindful. Like I never use the word credit in any of my descriptions whatsoever. And I would recommend you not doing the same. Okay, and then I always put like my no refunds policy. Once you view my product, you can't just return it because you already have the download. I can't get that back from you. You know, you could save 1 million copies and I wouldn't know anything about it. So no refunds. I'm going to make this listing visible. If you purchased the Give Yourself Credit book and you're choosing to do the upsell of the letter library, then you may want to make it as an unlisted product, or I'm sorry, yeah, unlisted. So you'll list the letter library as a separate download as an unlisted item so that only the people who get the link from Give Yourself Credit will have access to that direct link with the discounted rate. The other option you can do is offer a coupon code for your store and just link your store link to your Payhip and then give them a coupon code. That's the other option. So you can do an unlisted product, or you can just list one product one time and offer a discount code only to the people who purchase the book. For this one, we're going to make it visible so everyone can see the product. Okay, so now when you go show me your product page, here it is. It's an instant download and they can buy now. Okay, they'll enter all their information. Buy now, they get an email with your PDF in it, your thank you PDF. Okay. So you can share it on Facebook, Twitter, and then if you want to test your product checkout flow, it gives you an opportunity to check out using 100% off code and just making like, you know, a one limit or whatever. Coupon 100, and then you create the coupon, you purchase your own book so that you make sure everything went through the right way. Okay, so it allows you to see all the steps of the checkout process and perform a test download of your product. Once you're done, you'll delete the coupon code. So what I'm going to do is go back, go to marketing, and add a coupon code. You'll choose like specific product if you're running a special on one to drive sales to one of them. if you end up with like 5 or 6 products in your store, you don't want to offer a 50% off on every single one unless you're like doing Black Friday or something along those lines. Yes, you can add a preview of the product in your images. So let's go back to that. See, you can upload another product image if you want to do like a snapshot of like the table of contents page or something like that. Or like the, I don't know, like table of contents and like maybe the planner page or something like that. If you wanted to do that, you could put a preview. So what you would do is in Canva on your original credit from the ground up. Oops. You could just download the one page, page 2. And then like download page 10. Oh, shoot, I should have saved them as PNGs. Let me go back. I'm sorry, that was wrong. I knew better. Okay, page 2. And I do it one at a time, otherwise it creates a zip file and then I have to unzip it and everything, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So, page 2. No, what the heck? PNG again, and then page 10. And it's going to kind of shrink it down so it looks a little bit goofy, but it's fine. You can always like resize them too so that they don't look so weird. But I don't think anybody's really going to pay too close attention to that. So we'll add our product. Whoops. The thank you page again. I'm going to make it $50 and add our product. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so now we go to our products page. We've got 2 of them now, so I'm just going to delete the first one to keep it organized. Yeah, that one doesn't have the previews in it, so we're just going to delete that. See how easy it is? Just gone. And actually, I deleted all of my stuff out of here so I could show you guys like a brand new page. So we'll go back into marketing, add a coupon code, and we're just going to do the specific product from the ground up. We're going to make it 50% off. Oops. And if you want to do like the first 10 people, you can get it half off. That's like a good marketing ploy, is like, hey, first 10 people get it 50% off. And then you have 10 people buy it and you go, okay, I'm going to open up 5 more slots. And you come in here and you say 5 more, and it drives sales, or it can. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to create one more coupon code, and I'm going to allow you guys to download, like go through the checkout process. So we're going to give it to you 100% off. And create that coupon code. So now when you guys go into my Payhip store, you can download and see the process. Okay. So my store is payhip.com/1111 management. Okay. So now you can go in there and use my coupon code for credit 100. Check out, you'll get it completely free as a PDF. You'll see the thank you PDF, and that way you guys can see the process. And then you'll just repeat that as many times as you want. If you want, to share this with affiliates, you would have to pay them directly, but they would get their own web address, like for their affiliates. You would know who sent you the referral. If you guys have a huge following on like TikTok or Instagram, or you are an influencer yourself, then you can share this with other people. Or if you hire an influencer to help you out, that's a marketing thing that some people choose to do. I have not done that yet, but you can send them this link to try to drive sales. And then you can do a social discount. If you share this on Facebook, if you tell your followers, share this book with all of your friends, and you both get 25% off, or you both get 50% off when you share the post on social media. That's a good sale marketing technique as well. So you can do that. And of course, you can always edit it and delete it if it's not a discount you want to do. Okay. I ran a couple of sales. Only one person used it. It wasn't a big driving force, because people, like we talked about yesterday, your friends and family are not going to be the ones to share your products too much. So you'll just kind of have to see how that goes with your new target market. And as you build your audience on your social media pages, then this might be something really good to try to drive and try to use. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions while we're still sharing screens here? Because that's it. That is the long and short of setting up your Payhip store. You guys can unmute yourselves if you want to ask a question. It is very simple, but it's time consuming, especially if you order 6 or 7 of the guides. I've seen several people posting like the lead magnets as like a little $5 sale or something. You can do that too. You can add multiple products by back when we were adding our product. When you edit it, you can upload another product file here. So you can do more than one, or in your thank you letter, you can link more than one product in your thank you. So if we go back to Canva and choose that thank you letter, you can put more than one download button and say, download the book here, download your letters here. And then they just have to click on each one, and I would just spell out, click on each download button to get your letters and to get your book. And then that's another way you can do multiple products with only one download in Payhip. Any other questions?
Okay, this is my follow-up question. So the way you just added the before the download links, when you added the other items, That's how you would set up the store with the digital downloads from that we purchased from you?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do a thank you letter, or you can just upload your files from Dropbox, like those PDFs that are, once you get done rebranding everything, you'll save it as a PDF. I recommend saving it in a Dropbox, just so you have it, even if you're like mobile, especially like customer service wise. If you ever like, if there's trouble with the download, you can just send it to them directly, even on the go, and from any device. So you just log in and you're able to like send it out. And you can do that. You can just do like the regular PDF here, or you can do a thank you letter. I do a thank you note because I just feel like it's more personable, and it is a place where you can give specific instructions on how to download the product and how it's going to continue to help them. Anybody else?
So every time I upload the file, I just change the price and the name.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why I felt this was so hard. It's now that you walk us
not.
through it, I'm like,
It's not hard at all.
I
It's
feel so
just time
silly.
consuming. It's just time consuming. That is it. Got a question in the chat. Can you show how to link the download buttons to Dropbox? Can we set a limit on how many times they download it? Yes. In your settings, I think it is. Let's see. Nope, not in there. Let's see, maybe it's in the storefront. You can like customize all of this, the about me, store style. I just don't remember where the downloads is. Let's see. Oh, I do know. Hang on. Limit. Oh, no. I don't know how, I don't remember off the top of my head how to do that. Maybe I can play around with it and see what the deal is with that. I forget. Let's see. I think it just automatically says 3, but I don't. I don't remember. You guys can play around with it. Go check out and see what it tells you at checkout when you guys use my free download coupon. Also, you have the option to embed the checkout link directly into your website so that you don't have to, like it can just be always on your website ready to go. I would be cautious about that so that you don't get shut down if you're putting it all over your credit repair page, but you can just share the link everywhere. And then if you want to embed the button into your website, then you can, add to cart or direct purchase, and then change, the different colors to it and embed it. If you have a website developer that you work with, you can just send them the embed code. Otherwise, if you built your own website, you should be able to like embed everything. If you want to embed the whole page like this onto your website, that's pretty cool because it shows like the preview, and they can click through and see what it is that they're purchasing. Okay. So I did have that on my website, but I got a little bit nervous about getting shut down. So I don't know if you want to do that, or if you just want to put the link, this link right here in your landing page. Okay. Let me go back to the previous question about embedding the link. So when you're in Dropbox, sorry, go back to Dropbox. and you're doing the thank you letter, that's what you're embedding into, or you're embedding the PDF. This is the actual book that they purchased, this ebook. You'll click on the copy link, and now it's copied, and you take it over to your Canva and click the link button, remove that, and copy and paste that link you just had, and then hit enter. And we'll do that for this one too. So now when you have it as a PDF, this is what they're going to receive. This is what they're going to open whenever they purchase it from the store. And now you can see this is a clickable link that allows them to download it out of Dropbox. And they can just hit download, direct download. Or they can read it while it's in this little Dropbox part. But otherwise, you just open file, and now it's like its own PDF. It's not within Dropbox. And now they can read it on any device that they downloaded it to. Does that make sense?
How do you best use those analytics, the analytics on Payhip? Do you use those at all?
I don't. I'm sure they are probably helpful. But I don't really understand fully, like whenever I set up like a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, which I've stopped doing. I did that at the beginning and I was spending a lot of money on it. And I wasn't really getting I wasn't getting a lot of qualified leads. I was getting a few here and there, but I was getting more qualified leads by putting myself out there, doing live videos, organic marketing, word of mouth, like those were more successful at the beginning. So the analytics part of it will tell you, go in there. It'll tell you like daily views. Now, something that I found interesting on my Facebook analytics when I ran ads was it'll tell you like male or female and what area they lived in. So that was really cool because I learned that my target market was more women than men. Which I mean, as a woman, you probably would expect that because you can connect with the people that you know better. So it also will tell you like where they're purchasing from. Obviously, my target market is in the United States. We're not trying to really target somebody in like Asia who doesn't even operate off the same credit system. So it's not surprising that, you know, my views are coming from the United States. So I don't really feel like these analytics are very useful because they're exactly what I expect. I expect daily views to be really high on the days that I advertise, that I put it out there like, hey, I've got this ebook. Yeah, I'm going to see an influx of people clicking on that link. And I kind of already know that. I like for my own website, you know, I think it's interesting that I have like over 3,000 visitors, but I've got like 9,000 views on my website. So that just tells me that my current customers are coming back again. So that's kind of cool to find out that it's like, you know, repeat customers. In my store setup, it tells me I had 237 orders, but I only have 153 customers. So again, that tells me that my customers are coming back a second time or a third time and purchasing more. So I think that is something good to know so that you know who you're targeting. But I think that it's bigger than just one analytic page. You have to kind of know who you're advertising to and how to capture a second purchase or like an additional purchase. Another thing you might be able to see in this marketing or analytics is if they're sharing your page. It's not going to show on this one, but maybe, conversion rate. That's like a good thing to know too. And this is my second, I've got 2 different Payhip accounts, so I've switched over to a different one. But this is, yeah, like I was really more active in August with this, or July with this one, and then August I moved over to my platform that I use now. So I was selling all of these templates through Payhip for a very short period of time, and then I realized I needed a more user-friendly option. So now I'm using ECWID. It integrates with websites a little bit easier. So you don't have to use Payhip. You can use like a third-party seller, Selfie or Selfie. I don't know what that one is. ECWID. There's other options besides Payhip if you get shut down or if you just don't want to deal with them. Especially if you like already like know how to do your website and things, you can integrate different payment systems using plugins and things like that. Or at least in WordPress, you can use different plugins. That's who my website's with.
When I'm looking at your analytics and I see that big first peak right there, like to me, when I look at that, so that's only one day or that's a specific time?
That's just one day. And that
So
was like a
what
day.
was going on that day? Like why you think you got way more views on that day versus the other days?
I was advertising my templates that day. That's like, so I got started August 9th is when I moved over to the other platform so that I could start selling my templates there, so that there wouldn't be confusion between like my credit repair company and my templates for other credit repair company owners. So that day on the 19th of August, I was advertising my Give Yourself Credit DIY guide on my own, for my own business, my own credit repair business. And so I had a lot of views. And I was also running a campaign asking people to share the link and to get that 25% off. But then, you know, they can share it all day and then people click on it. But if they don't know what they're purchasing, it really wasn't a good campaign for me because I only got 3 sales from it. So I had 28 views and only 3 sales. That wasn't a good sale day. But you have to keep in mind, my Give Yourself Credit book was $50. So people are not going to invest $50 if they don't know you or know what the product does for them. And if it's not reaching my target market, then, you know, they're not going to purchase. So those are all things that I've kind of drilled down on, and now I'm advertising those products in a different way. Because doing like a share sale doesn't really help me.
Is it true this is the slow season?
I fully believe that. I'm experiencing it a little bit myself. The best part about this time of year though is you can really focus on marketing and drilling down on your niche market and build up that trust so that when they start getting those Christmas bonuses, when they start getting their taxes back, they'll already like you, know you, and trust you, so that they'll start spending their money with you.
For the Payhip limit thing, I Googled it. It says it's in your account settings.
I went there and I didn't see it, so I must have missed
It
it.
said account settings and then advanced settings. It's because it says the
There it is.
The limit is 5 is where they start you off at, and then you can change it.
And I have 3, so there you can see it. I put my Facebook pixel on there. Google Analytics I haven't messed with within Payhip at all, but you can do more analytics through your Facebook pixel too. So there's a lot to learn about all of that I have not fully learned or, you know, fully understand. So I can't really help with that too much. I'm learning about it now, like all the marketing stuff, and hope to be able to share more with you guys as I kind of gain that knowledge. I'm taking a couple different classes right now, trying to learn more about marketing and being more intentional with marketing. Because at first I was just like adding a bunch of random strangers to my Facebook all day long. And I went from 168 friends to over 4,000, and then realized that I was getting messages all day like, hey, sexy, how are you? You know, how's your marriage going? Oh, are you desperate for new, you know? So it was like really invasive and really inappropriate. And I wasn't reaching my target market by just randomly adding strangers. It was good to add a bunch of strangers to my Facebook because I got to network with people who are either in the industry, which has been really good to learn from them, just like inadvertently by following them and following their journey. But also I started kind of drilling down, like my target market seems to be like 25 to 35-year-old women who live in like rural areas. That seems to be like my customer base more so than anything else. So now I know how to target them, and I know now like which Facebook groups to kind of hang out in and like respond to people in, and build connections before I send the friend request.
Yeah, I think
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's important. One of the things that I've been doing, but I actually don't send friend requests yet. But one of the things I've been doing is figuring out what I have in common with different people. And so I might just send them a message, right? And initially, if you're not friends, it goes to a different box. So right now, like, just if I had to guess, I would think that my rate is about 50% with the responses from that. So I kind of just mentioned something that is that we have in common, or I like to play a lot. Like, for example, there's a decorating group I'm in, and the girl put her dad's living room up, right? And so she mentioned that he's single and 50 plus, right? I'm not looking for a relationship, but some of the other people made some comments. So I'm like, all the single daddies, right? Beyonce song. So I kept putting that on there, right? And so from that, I inboxed a few of the ladies who either laughed at it or different comments that they made on a post, right? And so we've been interacting. And so that's what I do. I kind of just look at something and probably tell them a different joke, right? Or just say, I hope you got a good laugh, something like that. And that starts a rapport. So
yes.
Cool.
And something else that I learned from a product that I had purchased from someone is that, like, whenever you do send a friend request, follow it up with a quick message and be like, hey, I noticed we're in such and such garage sale group or first time home buyers group. Have you already purchased your first home? I recently just purchased mine. I think if you have any questions, reach out to me. Hope you don't mind the friend request. Because when they see the friend request and they're like, who is this? Then they're going to go drill down and see that you sent them a message. And then you can be like, oh, she's just trying to be helpful. She recently just bought a house or whatever, which in my case, I had bought a house a few years ago. So it's like a way to connect. And then you can also say, are you already working with a realtor? I know a great one. We work together all the time. Now you get your affiliates in there, and you start kind of like, now they're like, oh, okay, it's somebody trusted in the community that she's already working with, and build out that relationship that way too.
What are you doing to prepare for Black Friday?
I've got a few advertisements in the store. I'm doing some more flyers. There's one flyer in there and one social media post that's really, really cool. I've got a few things up my sleeve. And I also have a sale for you guys too. So not just my credit repair company, within my own credit repair company, but I've got a little sale that'll be coming. I did run the sale for a little while on one of those, like one of the flyers, or no, it was the social media, the Instagram post. It was only $1 for like a month in the store. So I try to do that as often as possible, like run a little sale, $10 off here, $1 sale. Some of the lead magnets were $1 for a little while, for about a month. And now they've gone back up to like the $5, but try to give you guys a little break here and there too, especially when it's a new product, get you guys excited about it. That's something you guys can do in your own credit repair companies too. Get people excited, start low. Once they see the value in it and they start sharing it with their friends and families, you can kind of start, and you learn the process. Like, you're getting really good at getting those removals, and that your service is super valuable, then you can kind of bump up your price a little bit too. Although I don't want, you don't want to go too high, because some people are like, oh man, she's just in it for the money, So there's a fine balance between pricing things correctly. And a lot of times you just kind of have to play around with the market. I had so many people message me when I first started the store, and they were like, wow, you're underselling this, you're underselling this, you're undervaluing this, like your products are worth so much more. That's the whole point. Like it is worth a lot to you guys. If you market it, if you're rebranding it, setting up in your store, you're sharing about it every day, it is valuable to you. But I just started this to help people. So if this is helping you run your business more successfully, then I already feel that success. So, I don't want to, I started out low. I don't want to go high. That seems so unfair to the people who are just joining me and are just starting their credit repair companies. I remember, 6 months ago when I was just barely starting my credit repair business professionally, I'd been doing it since 2019, like kind of just for friends and family, and was having really good luck and did it for myself as well. But then when I started it professionally and realized how much money goes out in software, calendar, active campaign, Zapier, merchant account, I mean, you start adding up all of that stuff, and there was not really a lot of money left over to do marketing, doing advertisements, helping my DIYers. There's just, at the end of the day, it's not about money, it's about helping people. So not a lot of people in this industry are still about that, is what I've kind of discovered, unfortunately. Got taken advantage of as as a new business owner by a few people who I thought were respected people in the industry, and I was pretty disappointed. So I don't ever want to do that to anybody.
Trust me, we all understand where you're coming from, and I know a lot of people, including me, have had those experiences, probably with the same people. What about chargebacks? I know I saw the no refund policy, but do you have anything specific for chargebacks?
I have not, luckily, knock on wood, I have not had a single chargeback. So I haven't, I know like with Stripe, as long as you put on there like no refunds, and it's like plainly in your store or on your invoice, then they'll back you up.
Yeah, my only wish for this industry is that we had something like a credit in the box where you could just pay and everything gets set up for you, because this industry can be very, very overwhelming. So when you got affiliate links, software, disputing, it's so many layers to it. And I've had multiple businesses, but all the layers here is like, I'm like, I can't believe this. This is crazy.
Yeah. I know there's a gentleman named Tristan Isaac. He does a DIY white label product that like does everything kind of for you, but it doesn't like start your business for you. It doesn't get your merchant account, affiliate links, it doesn't do all of that. You have to come ready with it, but then it like is a done for you kind of webinar situation. I don't know much about it, but I know he is very respected, and several people that I'm connected to have used his product and been very successful with it. And it's like a good product. He also contributes a lot in the Credit Repair Cloud community group, and he's like super, super brilliant. So there are solutions out there. They just cost a lot. Like his, I think, is like $500. So when you offer like DIY books, not necessarily like the webinars, but like the books, then you can do it much more affordably until you can kind of build up your reserves to invest in like more streamlined or easier systems. So that's where I'm focused right now, is just the budget products that will also be on a budget for your own clients too.
Yes, I'm familiar with Tristan. Really great guy and super smart. I don't even think he realized just how smart he is.
He is brilliant.
And he can do coding and everything. Like, so it's crazy. Facebook ads, like he knows all of that stuff. Yeah,
there are so many people that I've connected with that are just brilliant beyond my limited capabilities. Everyone has their own niche and their own little lane that they stay in, and he is far beyond. I only hope to be as amazing as him someday. So I've only had a few little conversations here and there. I've never purchased from him or anything like that, but I think he's pretty well respected.
And you prefer Payhip over Shopify, right?
I've never worked within Shopify. I've worked within Gumroad and Payhip. I prefer Payhip over Gumroad. And then of course, like I said, if you created your own website, especially like, and you have a general working knowledge of how to like do plugins or integrations into your website, then I would recommend ECWID. One of our credit colleagues recommended it to me when she saw that I was kind of struggling with Payhip with these templates, and shared that with me. And it is so much easier, but I had to know some kind, I built my own website myself from scratch. So, and I had to teach myself. But by doing that, I learned how to kind of integrate different plugins and things. And that one works really well. And I also have an app on my phone for it. I don't know if Payhip has an app for your phone. I'm sure like most things do have apps available. Like Stripe has an app, but it's pretty limited. You can do not as much as you can on the website.
Thank you for taking your time out on this Sunday. I know people usually do a lot of different things, family time, all that stuff on Sunday, but thank you for taking the time out.
Yeah, like I said,
training.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing to have somebody that's genuine in this industry. It's only a few people.
Thank you. Yeah,
You
I know
can
I
say
don't
that
have,
again.
Thank y'all. I just know I don't have the time to do every single person's store in the time frame that y'all want to get it done, and I want to make sure you guys make your money back on your investment into me. So I'm reinvesting back into you, and this is my thank you and my appreciation for purchasing the products that you have. I'm so incredibly grateful that we're all here doing this together. So, any other last minute questions?
When is the next training?
I am not sure. I took on like 9 orders last week and did not get them done. I was really hoping to open up some more slots today, but I can't take anything else. I took on a website, and so those are really time intensive. So I need to buckle down and get some stuff done. Now that I don't have that full-time job anymore, I've gotta really make some waves over here and get some stuff done.
Hire some more people.
I know, I'm getting there. My sister is definitely helping a lot. She got like 4 orders done this week of the 9. So the rest of them are like promo videos and a couple of rebrandings that I have to finish up. So the thing about also when you guys hire my service, it's taking a while to get all the information from you. So that is delaying my process a lot.
That's because we don't have the information.
Yeah, I know. So it's like I'm really excited that you guys are so eager, but in order for me to do my job, I have to have the things that I need to get it done too. So I know how excited everybody is. I'm not going anywhere. You guys can purchase in a couple weeks when you have everything ready, but when you put your name on the wait list, I'm ready to make things shake and get these in a store for y'all so you can start making your money back.
So my first one is a very simple question. Well, no, a question and a comment. The what you posted last night, is that going up in the store soon? I forget what it was. I'm sorry.
Little advertisement post.
No, the affirmations. It had to do with
the affirmations. Yes, the planner. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, that thing gave me such a headache. I was trying really hard to create that product as like a paper planner for my own clients. Canva only lets you do 100 pages at a time. And so I was like creating each individual page, not realizing that whenever you send it out to like a publisher, like Amazon, like KDP or whatever it is, Kindle something, you don't have to have all those pages like ready. Like you can duplicate them within their system. So anyway, it's been a passion project, but now I want to give it to you guys, you know, as your own planner, like where you can print the pages at home and use it to keep track of everything, or you can sell it as a client planner. And you can take it to Kindle or not Kindle, but Amazon Print, where you can like create your own product to post on Amazon, for example. So I don't know if it's quite ready to go like directly on Amazon. You guys can play with it though, because the margins might be a little bit off for Amazon. I got to figure that out still. And that's why I was like, let me just put this out there. And that way, if people just want to print it at home, they have it. They want to sell it to their clients, they can have it until I can get it figured out to like create it as like a paper product. Because that is one product that I want to do like an actual paper product for. And my idea with that is make it a paper product that you like ship out to them, like once they sign up for your big DIY program, and then you have all your DIY books on a flash drive that you send with that box, and then they get to open this product. Like that's my idea. And you guys are more than welcome to use that, you know. So you get like DIY in a box and then you ship it to them.
Wait, say that one more time. Say the DIY box again.
You can take like the planner, like they purchase the planner and or they purchase like the DIY kit and they get the paper planner for free, and then you ship them like the DIY in a box. And you ship them a paper planner with like a flash drive with all your DIY books on it. And you'll price that as like your highest price point. You're going to end up shipping and having to deal with like all of that, but it's definitely like down the road. That's what I hope to do with that planner.
That's a good idea. Oh, now here's my next thing. Sorry, here's my next thing. Just to, I don't know if this will help when it comes to creating the orders. And then that way you can eliminate people submitting these orders and not being ready. Doing like a almost like a questionnaire where they have to provide this information before they can actually submit the order to you. So I can't think of the name of the site. I know I got it wrote down somewhere where you can go in and create these, you know, questionnaires to attach to the thing. But maybe if you create something like that, and then that way you're not hunting down information and they can't submit it until, you know, they have all this stuff provided. And then if there's like one-off things that you need to go back to them for, cool. But at least you'll have the basis of what you need to get started.
I have a HoneyBook account that I was trying to do that with at the very beginning. And because each person is getting like a customized quote, because each person is purchasing a different amount of things to be rebranded, it gets a little bit tricky. Knowing like what each person is going to need. Like I have to kind of create like a custom list every time almost. So that is a limitation that is I don't know if I just need to limit my rebranding to only like one, like you have to purchase all 6 guides in order to hire my service at this price and then just call it a day. Like anything else you have to do yourself or something like that.
Yeah, that may help as well too. Just kind of putting it in one price point, and then that way,
Yeah.
Because that may be less stress on you as well.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, I want to offer as many options, you know, and budget friendly. Like if you only buy social media kits from me, you know, obviously it's not going to cost as much as doing all the guides, you know, like that's super time intensive. You know, you saw how we did one guide today and it took probably 30 minutes to do that, but that was like without the rebranding, you know, so like rebranding it all and then getting it into the store, organizing everything, going back and forth, talking to people over email, all of that is pretty time intensive. So, but I'm compensated for that, you know, and I do appreciate that people are like, okay, I can't do it, you do it. And, you know, we make it happen. So, I do have a list of what's needed and I've posted it. And also whenever you check out, you get the list. And then I put on there, you have 48 hours to get me the information or I refund you. Yeah. So Ashley says she created a physical financial planner and a DIY kit that people seem to love. So yeah, like I think that's a really good, a good thing. Like once you're established and once you kind of, you know, have your consultation packages ready and, you know, can commit time to running back and forth to the post office and things like that. Or if you set it up like on a platform where it ships it out for you, that's even better. for like the actual physical planner, then that's really cool. Like Amazon, you know, they ship it for you. Then you just pay them per shipment. Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for taking the time to do this. Yeah, I'd rather spend an hour and a half with 12 people than, you know, trying to spread myself so thin. So this helps, you know, getting everybody in one spot, just talk through it. And now that this one's recording, I can upload it to YouTube and direct people. Okay, here's how you do the Payhip store setup. As long as you have the time, you know, it's super simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Like it's pretty, just getting it out there, getting it done. So did everybody get everything rebranded yesterday? Let's check in, make sure everything, you ready to set up your store?
Yes, I just have to decide if I'm gonna actually use Payhip or just integrate it into my website.
Okay, good deal. When you integrate it,
Almost.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Crystal.
I was gonna say almost, Desiree, I'm just working on changing a few other things, and then I'm gonna I guess create the cover page and thank you note like you did, and then I'll be ready.
Okay, good. So somebody said I have Samcart instead of Payhip. I have heard about Samcart, but I've never used their service. So I should probably look into that because I keep hearing their name way more lately. And does Samcart integrate with like Stripe or PayPal? Like who's the payment processor in Samcart? Then somebody says, do we have to have Canva Pro for most of your products? Yes and no. You can change out the elements, certain elements, to use just free elements. The only thing that I think when you use a Canva Pro account, you can resize things and you can also create like websites. And I mean, the free version is limited. So you're not gonna be able to do everything. I recommend getting a Canva Pro account, purchasing everything, rebranding it. I think you get like 2 weeks free, take advantage of that and then cancel it. And then you don't have to pay for anything else. It's only $12.99 a month. So for me, I think it's a really good value. I'm in it every single day. So for me, $12.99 is no big deal at all. But if you're just trying to purchase these and like never really use Canva again, like you don't really have a purpose for it, then you can just downgrade back down to the free account after your free trial.
Some people, not everybody, a good bit of people do have a nonprofit set up. It's free if you have a nonprofit.
Oh, super. And Ashley said that Stripe is the one that integrates with Samcart. So again, just list yourself as like an educational service, and I think that helps. And then they have where you can do courses on there, which I plan to do in the future. So it's great. Oh, awesome. Yes. I also I'm not ready yet, but I want to do a couple of courses for you guys, like more than just like in Zoom. I want to actually like create webinars to walk you through different processes. It'll be like a pay for event. They'll be like small, you know, $30 or something, you know, to kind of get more information like in a more specific way for a specific topic that you're needing help with. In the marketing is probably going to be the first one that we talk about. And you've got, let's see, Stripe and PayPal are processors for Samcart. Good. And Ashley's books are already online. Have you guys sold any of the products that I created? Like, have you purchased them and you're putting them on your payment platform? Have you sold any of them yet? For anybody who's already set up? Samcart has courses and subscription models too. Awesome. Oh, and something else that I plan to do, hopefully I'm hoping before the first of the year, but I don't want to overcommit myself because I do have quite a bit of these ideas and things that people are actually requesting that I create for them or for you guys. But I want to do like a subscription where you get all your marketing material for the month and then you just get on like a subscription. And that way it's monthly. You don't have to think about it. It goes straight to your inbox. That's what I plan. Like that is coming because that has been requested heavily. And I also want to do it like where you get your social media content, but also like the wording for each post. Ashley said she added stuff from that she purchased, so she'll keep us posted. That's awesome. Yes, please
That
do.
sounds great. That sounds great. I'm excited about the subscription model.
Yes. I've had a few requests for it. And I'm like, no, I'm creating a lot of content you can check out, you know, and go through the store and like purchase everything. But I'm really glad that I don't have that full-time job, because there's a lot in my brain that I like just need to get out and over to you guys, because I know what you guys need, because I need it too, you know, for my own company. So it's coming. It's all coming. Just hang in there with me.
I think people struggle the most with systems, and I'm not even gonna say automations, with systems. So that's maybe why you when they're signing up for your services, they be like, oh, I gotta actually do something. I thought you was gonna do everything for me. So I think that's a part they should, because you know, systems can be really hard for people if they struggle with them. So I know a lot of people in the credit repair business do. And so maybe a virtual assistant can help you on that front end with like getting the information from people, and then they just pass it along to you completed. So that way you're not having to hassle with that, and you know, getting the
Yeah,
information.
and I'm still learning my processes and my systems myself too. So I'm really I feel really lucky that you guys are so patient with me and are hanging in there while I kind of work through some of those hiccups. I just opened this storefront on August 9th, and did it because I had a few credit colleagues that were like, oh, you know, you should. I kept buying all this stuff that wasn't usable, and then I created a usable thing, and then I was like sharing it with a few of my friends, and they're like, you need to get this on a payment platform. Like, this is really valuable. And it just turned into this thing, you know, and I didn't have, just like everyone tells you when you start your credit repair company, like have your automations already like in place and ready, because you're going to blow up out of nowhere and it's going to happen for you. And it will happen for you. I know it will. You know, you want all those systems already in place. Well, I wasn't expecting it at all. Like most of us don't, you know, like we sit here and struggle for 5, 6, 7 months. And we're like banging our head against the wall. Like, oh, when's this going to happen? Then out of nowhere, boom, here you are. You know, you get that one speaking engagement, or you get that one affiliate that just puts you on, and it's like overnight, you know? So whenever anybody says, please have your automations like in place at the beginning of your credit repair company journey, like they are so right. And I did not have a lot of my systems in place for the first class DIY part of all of this. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that pressure to innovate and get those systems in place. So I'm working on it. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off here. I've got to get this website online and out the door so that I can take on some more orders for y'all. If you think of any questions, just feel free to post them. Join, you know, you guys can have conversation outside of your purchases in the group. If you guys need any help with your credit repair business, there's a lot of people in the group that have been in the industry a long time, and they are super helpful. So feel free to post. I am not a mentor. I'm not a credit repair company mentor. I don't really like help with automations or help with processes or like a dispute blueprint. I don't have anything like that. That's not my forte. That's not my lane. But there's lots of people who've been doing this for much longer than I have been, that have all those processes. You'll probably have to pay something for them. I don't know what their price models are or anything like that, but if you need a mentor, I'm not it. I hate to say that because I love helping everybody, and I want to, you know, I want to share everything that I've learned, but it's not my lane. But I'm happy to refer you guys out to anybody that, you know, if you need help with that, or have the money to put into the investment, you know, I can direct you to a couple people that I know and trust that are like, you know, I feel like they're trustworthy people in the industry. All righty, well, I'm gonna wrap this up, and if you guys think of anything, just holler at me. Otherwise, I'll be back on again soon, I'm sure. And hopefully with some new information. And I am gonna get everybody sent the freebie later today. I don't know what time, but I will have that to you. I promised that I'd have a way for you guys to advertise your new product, so I'll get that over to you. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. And I want to see everybody's storefront. So post those in the group. Like once you get your store set up, no matter what service you're using, Payhip, Samcart, whatever you guys decide, post it in the group. We want to see, and we want to drive your analytics up and show, that way you can be like, oh my gosh, this many people viewed my products, here's my conversion rate, whatever. Show it off. We want to celebrate with you. And when you get all those sales, we want to know about that too, because we love cheering for each other. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Happy Sunday.
Have a good rest of your Sunday. Bye.